Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my final project, and the topics that I will be talking about today are in situ hybridization and artificial intelligence. The purpose of in situ hybridization is to specify if and where mRNA is present within the brain. This is done by using a prober, which is a complementary sequence of mRNA that attaches to the mRNA within the brain. This is then identified using either enzymes or fluorescent antibodies, where enzymes are the acronym ISH, and fluorescent antibodies is the acronym of FISH, and these are used to detect the prober. The current research that uses in situ hybridization today and that I will be talking about is the different oxytocin and corticotropin-releasing hormone system changes in bipolar and major depressive disorder patients. Background for the study is that they used in situ hybridization to look at the paraventricular nucleus, abbreviated PVN, to see if oxytocin and corticotropin releasing hormone mRNA were expressed, as well as their receptors in the anterior cingulate cortex and the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex. They then stimulated mice's paraventricular nucleus for oxytocin, and overall their findings were that they found an increase in oxytocin and corticotropin releasing hormone mRNA within the paraventricular nucleus, and the receptors for both of them being increased in expression in the dorsolateral prefrontal cortex. From stimulating the mice's oxytocin, they found that there were mood changes in ways of depression and mania. We can already identify breast cancer and cystic fibrosis with in situ hybridization, but with further advancement in technology, we can find causes to neuropsychiatric diseases such as bipolar disorder and schizophrenia. Next, I will be talking about artificial intelligence, and the definition of artificial intelligence would be the simulation of human intelligence processes by machines. This would include machine learning, which is the ability to learn from a data set without having complex rules. The study that I will be looking at today for artificial intelligence would be an overview of artificial intelligence techniques for diagnosis of schizophrenia based on magnetic resonance imaging modalities, methods, challenges, and future works. So, background is that schizophrenia affects the temporal and anterior lobes of the hippocampus regions of the brain, as shown on the left picture, and increases cerebrospinal fluid, which decreases the volume of white and gray matter, as shown on the right picture. This study ran many MRI scans of brains that had schizophrenia through an AI that had an advanced image signal processing to accurately diagnose schizophrenia. There were limitations to the study as they did not have a multimodality data set, as they only looked at MRI. The schizophrenia detection was hard to do because schizophrenia can look like other disorders like autism spectrum disorder or ADHD. Machine learning techniques were hard to develop to be highly accurate because the whole process is very complex, and the hardware that it takes to actually process all of this data, it needs to be stronger, and that's what they did not have. With advancements in time for artificial intelligence, we will be able to identify physical and mental diseases/disorders, and we will be able to predict them more accurately as well as predict them sooner for treatment. Some topics that I wish we covered throughout this semester were neuropathology and cognitive neuroscience. I know we talked about neuropathology as the study of diseases that affect the nervous system, and I would have liked to talk more about how and where in the brain that they affect. Some diseases that came to mind were ALS, Alzheimer's, and Parkinson's, but there definitely is more. But yeah, mainly just how and where they affect the brain. Cognitive neuroscience basically is how human physiology comes together to form human thoughts. And I thought this would have been interesting to talk about as it might have give us some insight on our thought patterns. So here's my reference page. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. I would like to give a special thanks to Dr. Wilson for a wonderful semester and teaching us the wonders of neuroscience.